DA being to stand up and just say some shit and a person get found guilty. I was going against that. I don't stand for brutalizing women. I don't stand for none of that, okay, of the allegations. What I stand for is a person being able to defend themselves against the monstrous engine being the criminal justice system. That's what I was rooting for. Next, you guys heard a lot of evidence, or nobody heard anything, right? We heard about the evidence that was presented. They presented a lot of evidence that this man wasn't even charged with. And I'm telling you, I know it probably came down to that in that jury interrogation, in that jury deliberation room, excuse me. You know, the video was bad. It was bad, but he wasn't charged with that, people. And the only thing, I can't hit all the waves, but I'm gonna do that. The only thing, y'all see how we work though. We get the whole scene on camera. Yeah, stop playing. And we're gonna win this case too, matter of fact. But the only thing about that is they were trying to redirect the jury's attention to that woman, right? They wanted the jury to find him guilty on the basis of evidence that didn't even pertain to the charges. So you got to understand the mind games these people play. Why not just charge this man with domestic violence? It's because the DA is always trying to make the big splash. They're always trying to make the bigger splash, even if they don't have the evidence to do it. That's why. That's why we win a lot of our murder cases. Instead of just saying it was, manslaughter, right? Manslaughter is a lower charge, and you could get probation. The DA would rather go murder. And what we do, smash them every time, because they don't have the evidence to prove murder. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same thing here with Puffy, man. They basically put it on y'all's mind. They basically wanted you guys to make a moral decision on if he was guilty or not, on the basis of him just not being a good person. But let me tell you, not sad to say, not being a good person is not against the law. It's not against the law. And it's not punishable by life in prison. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't agree with the things that he did, the bribery, all that. But look, man, look, you can have your opinion about this case, but a jury has decided. And that is what is so beautiful about our criminal justice system. I say that. I don't like the criminal justice system. I think it's tailored to the white folks, to the prosecution, all that. I believe in that. But one beautiful thing you can't deny is once that jury make that decision, it's over with. It's over with. So you can have your opinion in the barbershop, in the beauty shop. You can have your opinion about me for being happy the nigga got off. You can do all that. But it's over with. You see what I'm saying? So I think, how much time will it receive? This is my first time going live, y'all, so I ain't really hip to it. We got a question. How much time will it receive? I think and I hope
he's eligible for. Let me hop in there.
Yeah, go and get in there.
He's eligible for time served because they only found him guilty on the lesser charge that has a no mandatory minimum. So he could get time served for the time he's already sat in jail. If he had been found convicted of those other charges, I think the mandatory minimum was like 20. So that's a huge win. I mean, if we take a case on of this magnitude, and my client can get time served and go home, because the ultimate key in any of this is to be able to go home.
Come on now.
That's the ultimate key in any of this.
To them children.
If Diddy can go home at the end of the day today, that is a win for him and his defense. And beating the RICO and the sex trafficking, that's huge too, man. It's huge. I don't think the state did enough to prove what they charged him with. Justin Moore, what it do, my boy? They did enough. They did enough to make people not like Diddy. They did enough to make him seem like a horrible guy, but they did not do enough to try to classify him as some kind of pimp, because that's what human trafficking is.
Come on now.
That's pimping. You know, just because this man, like his defense attorney said, just because he live a swinger lifestyle, just because he had an addiction to drugs, doesn't mean he was a pimp.
Just because he freaky as hell.
So kudos by his attorneys for doing a great job in beating that case. Kudos to his attorneys. They didn't even call no witnesses. That's how.
That's cold-blooded.
They didn't call not one witness. Diddy didn't testify. They whole trial tactic was cross-examining and going at the state witnesses. And who were the state witnesses? Cassie, who is a self-known drug head. Her friend.
But touch on this some more though. Cassie got 20 mil from Puffy.
There you go.
10 mil from the hotel that kept the video. Cassie's sitting up there with 30 mil and immunity.
There you go. There you go.
And you don't think the jury thought about that? Come on now.
We gotta call a spade, man. Cassie, I'm sorry, y'all, but Cassie a crackhead. That's what y'all would have called her if she was saying something against y'all. Oh, you can't trust that crackhead. Her friend, who claimed she got dangled off a building, but was still sending, hey, Diddy, we miss you, emails to Diddy. You can't trust a crackhead. And if the state whole case was premised on a crackhead who had made $20 million, come on now, that's not a strong case.
Cassie say Diddy paid the man after the free call, and she went in there and gave him a tip. She went in there and gave him some more money. Come on, Cassie. Come on now.
She could have been a co-defendant, quite frankly.
She could have been. Let me tell you what prosecutors like to say. See, it's the mind games. I got a case right now where somebody else should have been charged. Now, we ain't doing no telling. But I'm talking to the prosecutor about, what's going on with the co-defendants. They like to call him, tell me if you heard this, an unindicted co-defendant. That's what Cassie was, an unindicted co-defendant.
Yeah.
Guilty of everything Puffy was guilty of. Engaged in most of the stuff he was guilty of. I mean, she didn't set nobody car on fire, but and these people that work for Puffy, again, we don't stand for no kind of womanizing, none of that. Like, we love our women, our black women, our women of all colors. We love y'all. But a lot of these people that work for him, I don't know if y'all know about the testimony, they left and then came back to work for him again.
Came back.
I mean, at some point, y'all got to make sense of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, it can't just be, the psychological effects of abuse were upon her, and this is what's going on, and you're a bad guy, Drew, because you need to let women speak on this. All I'm saying is, listen, I believe in the psychological effects, all that, I believe in that, but the law doesn't. Ain't nowhere in the laws you're going to read about the psychological effects of abuse.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So just appreciate what the law says. This ain't my opinion. This is based on what the law says. And if y'all got a problem with it, talk to your legislators. You see what I'm saying? But nowhere in the law is it saying if you find Puffy guilty of psychologically affecting these people, then check this box. That wasn't on the jury charge, ladies and gentlemen. So, at some point, people have to be held accountable. The same way, man, look, I'm ready to see what Puffy do. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I ain't supporting nothing he did. You see what I'm saying? So y'all holding him accountable, even holding witnesses accountable for their activities.
Absolutely.
So, we just wanted to chime in on this. But I am always happy. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. It may seem far-fetched to say John Wayne, damn Gacy. I don't care who it is, right? If the DA can't prove it, they shouldn't be wasting your time. They shouldn't be wasting the jury's time. They shouldn't be wasting the defendant's time away from their families for all them months. They shouldn't be, none of that. You see what I'm saying? They drug y'all ass down a rabbit hole only to, right before closing arguments, withdraw half the shit they said.
Come on now.
Y'all ought to be mad about that. You shouldn't be mad at Puffy for that.
That's a big point.
You shouldn't be
mad
mad
about that.
Come on, man.
They start taking counts out. They know they didn't prove themselves.
Come on, man. Although we've argued 17 different crimes, you know what, Judge? We want to withdraw 15 of them at this point. A 2-week trial. You think the jury ain't think about that in deliberations?
Somebody else got a question.
Somebody else got a question. We got one. Sorry, I just got here. You already explained it. No. What does this mean? 2 of the 5? I thought it was 1 of the 5 charges.
He got 2 out of 5.
Okay, my bad. Misstatement by me. We just got out of murder here. My bad.
Prostitution, because he paid for the prostitutes to come across the line.
Right.
I mean, that's just flying somebody out who's a sex worker. Had they not been sex workers, all Diddy did was flew somebody out.
Time served for that.
Come on, time served that man.
That's a win. That's a W. That's a... Each one of them defense attorneys put that shit on the homepage of their website and get paid $1 million more. That's what that is.
And y'all may frown upon prostitution, but in certain states like Nevada, it's perfectly legal. Prostitution is legal. So, if we just charging him, if he just got found guilty of the transports of prostitutes, that's a win. He beat the RICO.
If it wasn't cross lines, it'd be a misdemeanor.
It would have been a misdemeanor if they didn't cross lines.
If they didn't cross state lines, it's a misdemeanor. Stop playing.
You know. But,
hey, man.
You know, hey, shout out Brian Steele. That's a bad boy, man.
Yeah.
Attorney Brian Steele.
For sure.
Diddy got him on the team last year, the man being one of his best moves.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man, shout out to Diddy whole legal team, man. And hopefully that boy can come home.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Not Guilty Boys signing off, man. If y'all want to see a breakdown of different cases, we plan on going into the Abercrombie and Finch people too. Ain't nobody even talking about them.
Oh yeah.
Ain't nobody even talking about them trafficking boys or something like that. Let me do my research for you. Ain't nobody even talking about that. You see what I'm saying? They been throwing Puffy in your face the whole time. But you know, in light, I just want to say this: in light of how the YSL trial went, which was a shit show. In light of how this trial, after Thug took a plea, them boys got off. See what I'm saying? So just imagine that long of a trial. Imagine a Puff Daddy trial. From now on, you guys, I got a natural inclination to do this. He has a natural inclination to do this because we are defense attorneys at heart. Never been in the DA's office, okay? Except for when I got out of law school and my mama made me apply to Rockwall. I went and bombed that interview. I bombed it.
Me too.
Sorry, Mom, I bombed that interview, though.
Hey, my mama drove me to Tarrant County.
I wasn't going, bro. I wasn't going.
Yeah,
Drop me off right here, Mama. Don't even pull up to the
You
front.
know how mama they
know
want
what
you
I'm
to have some kind of job, something.
But in light of how these things go, I got a natural inclination. That's why I'm a defense attorney, because I've always wanted to defend myself. Because I got in a lot of trouble when I was younger, and I always wanted to defend others. But when y'all hear things moving forward, man, just take that shit with a grain of salt, man. It ain't nothing wrong with hearing a crime could have allegedly happened and saying, hey, he'll have his day in court. It ain't nothing wrong with saying that. It ain't because you see how this shit turned out. You see what I'm saying? So, you don't want to have to eat crow or have shit in your mouth because you done judged somebody. You see what I'm saying? So, I just like to put that on y'all's mind. But Not Guilty Boys signing off. Come watch our show. We appreciate the followers. We appreciate the subscribers. We on YouTube. We'll be shooting another show today. We out here in Midland, Texas, on a capital murder of multiple persons. We out here with Landman. You see what I'm saying? You watch Landman, you know exactly where we at. But we appreciate y'all. We plan on doing this more often. It's our first time going live. I call it pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So what does this mean? No more questions before we get off. Prosecutors manufactured a conviction? Nah, for real. I plan to attend law school in 2026. Are y'all looking to mentor? Yep, and I'll write you a letter of recommendation. Holla at me. Honestly thought this would happen. Nah, for sure. Yeah, man, we love y'all, man. Logging off. For sure. My boy.